our YouTube. We'll be talking about Chinese One Piece. I think Chinese One Piece cards might be the most underrated on the market right now. Everyone's sleeping on Chinese One Piece. That's a big mistake. So let's get into it. So, quick thing to note, if you're able to buy English, please buy that. Like if you could buy it near MSRP, like I'd say around 120 to like 220, 240, maybe even a little higher for OP13, that would be a good buy. It's better for investments or if you want to sell the cards in the future because you get a good pull and you want to get it graded or something, English is better and easier to sell. So yeah, if you want to sell in the future or invest, don't buy Chinese. Don't listen to this video. Well, it's still informative, so watch the video, but yeah, just don't buy Chinese. More for collection and display. But yeah, I really think this is the cheapest way to get insane One Piece, and no one's talking about it. And it's a fun, affordable option to. So like the price of Chinese booster box, where you get 24 packs, same as English, is 1/8 of the price of English and about half the price of Japanese. So we can see here an English box is like $600 for one booster box, 24 packs. I don't know the math in that, but and you get what like four guaranteed hits. Um, right over here on the top we have a Chinese box, which is around like 140 to 160 a booster box. This one has 473 sold, so yeah, it's about people are willing to pay 160. And the bottom here is Chinese, which looks very identical to the Japanese. This one's about 67 USD, 6 7 and $7 shipping. So that's what 6 7 plus 7. That's 75. Yeah, like $75. So um, yeah, it's not bad. Like it's really cheap, and the art is the exact same, which we'll get into. So if you buy and collect Japanese, I really think you should be fine with Chinese. A lot of Japanese card collectors can't read the Japanese. Won't be able to read Chinese either. It's fun to rip with family and friends and etc. You're still getting the art enjoyment out of it. You could still talk about the cards and about nostalgia, how you feel about those characters. Not everyone plays the card, for being real. And the manga hits are better. You might be saying like, Omar, what do you mean they're better? So the manga cards are serialized in China, which I think is pretty. This is a personal opinion, but I've always wanted a serialized card. I don't have like an attachment to a number or anything, so I feel like pulling a serialized card, whether it's like 237 or 244, like I would get like a sort of attachment to that number, and I feel like the card would feel more special. So as you can see here in the examples, I have like the Snake Man Luffy. This one has the serial 241 on the bottom right, and this red manga Luffy has 002. So like I don't know if this means like this was like the second ever printed red manga Luffy, but it just kind of feels more special to have like that number attached to that card. Um, and supposedly, I read this on Reddit, but each manga card is capped at 500, which seems pretty cool. It could be more scarce or more demand in the future. That aspect. And one example I like to talk about is what if like two kids are at a card show and they both have like English manga sanjis and they're showing it to each other. They both drop it, and then they don't see when it gets like how it drops or how it switches. Their cards could get mixed up. You know, one of them could have had the PSA 10, the other could have had the PSA 9 or the 8. So that would be very unfortunate. Whereas in Chinese, they're serialized, so you can't have that sort of mix up. Very niche example. I know it's probably never. This is something I thought of. I noticed that Chinese cards have like less letters, which kind of equals like more art in a sense. So a very small like niche observation I noticed is like the Chinese text is logographics, represent words and phrases, with less characters. So like look how computer is just two characters. This kind of lets you in return enjoy the art more. So look at how in the English there's three sentences. If you don't play the card game, you might not care about these three sentences. And the name Monkey D. Luffy is like not super long, but it takes up longer than the Chinese. So in the Chinese, like notice how you could kind of see this panel. It's maybe like 10% covered, whereas in English, you will not be able to see this panel at all. I didn't even know this panel existed in the English card because the MO is blocking Ace's like is that Ace? Yeah, blocking Ace's face and the fishman is blocking the bottom half. So you kind of if you really enjoy the art aspect, I think the Chinese gives you more art sense because the text is and yeah, as you can see, the art is basically the exact. Yeah. As you can see here, the arts are basically the exact same. In the Chinese, you could see this panel much more clearly. English, I didn't even know this panel existed in English. Like, I really didn't even think this was a panel in English because the text was just covering it. And yeah, I really like the serial number. Having like a serial number, like, oh, I have 123 or I have like 144, you know? Just, I don't know, I think that's pretty cool. Yeah, I pretty much identical. Another thing, there are Chinese exclusive promos. So if you don't like the Chinese cards yet, you will like them. You will eventually like some of them because there are like Chinese anniversary sets, for example. The first anniversary limited set where it has like this Chinese Nami, that are serialized, and these look. I think these are like some really nice cards, especially the serialized aspect. How it's an anniversary set. These are going for like 3,500, I think, last I checked. Yeah, something to keep in mind. Chinese, like you guys might catch on to them. You might start liking them. Like I know you English lovers, man. Like the Chinese are coming. The cards are coming. Another observation I did. So yeah, English boxes again. They're almost $630 for a booster box in English. That is insane. And look, a Chinese booster box is what 66 plus 8. That's 75. So like $75, man. You're getting it for a fraction of the price, the same exact art. And these boxes, they could be mapped. All the good boxes with the SPs and the manga could have been taken. Now they're trying to sell these overpriced to you. So you have to be careful. Be wary when you're buying these loose boxes because they could have been mapped and the good ones taken out, and now you're paying $650 after taxes or $700 after taxes for a box with basically no hits. But that would be very unfortunate. So yeah, Japanese I would say is a safe middle ground. It is the original language. There's still demand for Japanese. Um, there are Japanese card collectors. And it's not as expensive as English, which is nice. But it's not as cheap as Chinese. But I've been seeing things where Japanese cases could be mapped, and some people are like taking off the tape, weighing the packs, and putting in other dead packs. So some boxes may have no hits or whatever been. So I would be careful of just because Japanese like boxes have that small single thin layer of tape. Whereas I'm pretty sure Chinese are like sealed. So just be wary and again 160. Again, I'm not just pushing Chinese. I'm not like some Chinese like ambassador, someone trying to like push Chinese product. I'm just giving you guys my personal opinion. But yeah, let me know what you think. Would you ever buy Chinese One Piece cards, whether if it's just the anniversary Chinese promos or the serialized cards? Do you think the serialized manga cards are cool? Or do you just prefer to sticking to English and sticking to maybe Japanese? Yeah, cool. That's my thoughts.